according to our council meeting agendas, none of the disbursements were ever approved by City Council, and not all of them were even presented to the EDC. Also concerning, all checks are supposed to have 2 signatures, and many do not. Because of these violations, our EDC director has been able to disperse money at will based on an email sent to the finance director without any oversight from the Groves EDC or City Council. Based on documents I requested for the last 2 years, $26,098 has been dispersed in 2019 without approval from the EDC or City Council. There could be more. In addition, there are 3 applications from 2019 requesting more than $10,000 that should have been reported in 2 meetings. None of them were. In fact, one of those requests for $10,000 was not even presented to the EDC, much less the council. In 2018, almost $25,000 was dispersed without approval from Groves, EDC, or City Council. There was not one single EDC meeting scheduled in fiscal 2018 that indicates any grant request. 1 or 2 items alone don't mean much, but when you look at a consistent pattern over the years, there's an obvious problem. Many of the applications are penned in what appears to be the same handwriting, and many don't even include a signature or a date from the business. If anyone would like to meet with me one-on-one, I will be glad to show you the documents I received through my many requests that have brought on my concerns. Based on this information, and out of abundance of concern, I have reported these items to the Texas State Auditor's Office and to the Texas Rangers. In addition, I'm requesting the city open a formal investigation completed by an outside agency into what I consider mismanagement within our Groves EDC. Very important, while I suspect not all members of our EDC are aware of the aforementioned actions that were occurring, it does not take away from the fact that there is a serious lack of oversight into how our EDC money is being spent. Because of this situation with our EDC, I have equal concerns within our city spending. Maybe this will explain the lack of progress within Groves. I have any documents that I've collected that anybody would like to see. I don't mind meeting with anyone one-on-one, whether it be y'all or a citizen, but it's got to stop. Something's got to change.
Any other citizen comments? Number 6 is consider the approval of an interlocal agreement between the City of Groves and Jefferson County Precinct 2 for the assistance with the repair of roadways in the City of Groves.
Mayor Pro Tem, this is a normal every year item that the county asks us to do. We have to do basically a contract and sign a letter of agreement with them, and it's normal. And they usually come in and do some of our roads for us as far as the seal coating during the street program.
Mayor Pro Tem, I move we approve the agreement between City of Groves and Jefferson County Precinct 2 for assistance in our road program.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor and a second to approve the interlocal agreement with the Jefferson County Precinct 2 for the repairing of the roads on chip sealing. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. This is for the contract between the 2 entities, correct?
Yes, sir.
If they do perform any assistance, is there any compensation back to Precinct 2 for their assistance?
We buy them some oil and basically as compensation. We buy them some oil and they use that in their particular situation. So I think it's something in the neighborhood of $2,500, $3,000 worth of oil, and we do that every year.
4,000 gallons.
Right. And as my understanding, in order for the interlocal agreement to be correct, there has to be an exchange.
Okay.
How many years we've been doing this agreement?
The 17 years I've been here.
I haven't had any problems with that that I know of. All right, any other questions? Councilperson Tice,
Yes. Aye.
Councilman Hoyer,
Aye.
Councilman Barnes,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem votes aye. Item 6B is consider the approval of the engineering service agreement with the Action Civil Engineers for the services related to the Texas General Land Office grant for street improvements.
Mayor Pro Tem and Council, this is the $1.2 million that the GLO has granted the city after Harvey. We'll be spending probably all but about $800,000 of that on streets. And in order to get this moving, we have to basically sign an agreement with our civil engineer Action. And once we sign this, we've already signed the contract with GLO, then they'll start the process of doing the work to get the bids done, to go ahead and do all of these specifications, and we can hopefully get a lot of these streets done this summer.
Make a motion, we approve the engineering services agreement with Action Civil Engineering for services related to the Texas General Land Office grant for street improvements.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor and a second to approve the agreement between the engineering firm and the Texas General Land Office. Is there any questions?
Yeah, I have a comment, I'm sorry. It goes about what me and Dee spoke earlier. Just for reference, this money is not part of our annual street budget.
Correct. It is.
These will be done by contractors in addition to the streets that will be done by the city.
Correct.
Okay.
And they'll probably be hot mix, they'll probably be the asphalt that basically most people would prefer.
Councilman Tice?
I think this is the layout that you sent us that includes like Dave and that area
Yes,
over
ma'am.
there. Do we have a time frame of when we might be starting that?
Well, our engineer's here, and I would think that here's the good thing about hot mix. We're gonna probably start it this summer, and even if it takes us into fall and winter, we can still do it, because hot mix does not need to have a certain temperature like seal coat does. So we're gonna probably start this summer, and it may take us 6 months to complete, give or take.
Right.
So-
Maybe not even that long.
Yeah, but it just depends on how we get the bids, it depends on a lot of the variables, but the money is available. Once the contractor's signed, we probably can go to bid. How soon do you think we'll?
If we're authorized today, I would say within the next month and a half or so, we'd be ready to go.
So possibly by May or June, we
Yes,
would
ma'am.
start work?
By May or June, we could go ahead and have the applications done, have the bids in, and award bid.
I just was wanting to know if we knew that.
There are other projects that have to be done first.
Yeah, but we have so many
Sewer
streets,
projects.
we have so many streets. Dave is gonna get not only asphalt coating, but Dave is also gonna get ditch, and we're also gonna be replacing all the sewer lines, main sewer lines on Dave. We'll have to make all the taps.
From a different grant.
From a different grant, yes, sir.
That's number 40th Street.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to be the same pipe burst that we used on Bear?
Yes.
Yes, it will be.
They do an excellent job.
Another question I have, how long, from the time that we were awarded the money, has it been, how long has it been since we were awarded it to get it?
We awarded the money probably at the end of 2017. So let's do the math. Let's say all of 2018, it's probably been about 16 months, give or take. Let's see, all of 2018. No, I'll take it back. I missed a year.
26 months.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years.
It's not an easy process.
Well, everything is dependent on the agencies like the General Land Office, that they kind of go as they need to go.
Any other questions? We have to vote on this. Councilperson Tice,
Aye.
Councilman Hoyer,
Aye.
Councilman Bowen,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem votes aye. And there's city attorney.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. This is resolution number 2020-04. It's a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a pipeline easement with Air Liquide Large Industries US LP, 60.58 rods of property of the city of Groves for $1,250 per rod for the total sum of $75,725.
Make a motion, we approve resolution 2020-04 as written.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor and a second for approving the resolution number 2020-04. Have any questions?
Yeah, the 75,000, is there any cost to the city for this work to be done?
No, sir.
So no cost to us?
No cost
Let's go
whatsoever.
straight into the general fund?
Yes, sir.
And where exactly is this pipeline?
The pipeline will be at the very rear of our warehouse, kind of coming down, you know where we park our trucks?
Going down that back
Yeah,
side.
I have some representatives from the pipeline here if you have any other specific questions, but it'll be a nitrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen, two lines.
Is it a bore, or is it digging a ditch?
Part of it will be a bore, part of it will be open cut. So, open cut parallel in Star Lake Ditch, and then we will bore from the city property across 366.
Everything will be put back like it's supposed to be?
Oh, yes, sir. And there's really nothing there except some parking areas. Not unimproved parking area.
Size?
12-inch diameter, both pipes.
Thank you.
That's liquid nitrogen?
No, both gaseous.
Both gas? Any other questions? Councilperson Tice?
Aye.
Councilman Hoyer? Councilman Thorne?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Next is the city manager invoices, please.
Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, the invoice approval list for, let's see, March 2nd, 2020 is as follows. Rentag Polymer for the water treatment plant, $26,400. CDW Government Inc., Windows 10 compatible computers, 35 of them, for $11,037.25. Fuel Man Gas and Diesel Fuel for January 2020, $17,467.28. Republic Services dumpster and sludge